Okay, welcome back. Now we're going to start on working on the base. So while working on the base, do remember that all the materials currently are now in a component. Okay, and one in particular, in fact this is actually a copy of each other. So usually if you make copies, what happened to one will be affecting the others. So just to be mindful, we need to make them unique. Now before we proceed, let's work on the base. Now we're going to concentrate on the base. So right click, you make it unique. So whatever happens here will not be repeated on the piece that you make a copy of. Okay, now some of the students, what you did is that you actually could drill a hole, either a partial hole or a true hole. So for this purpose, let's make the hole here, okay, on the base here. So right click, edit component. Okay, so let's do the measurement. So from here to here, for some of us, we measure it's about 40, and from the lengthwise, and we measure 50. Okay, and we created a hole, so the hole is center here. Now this is the reason why we need to know where's the center of the hole. Okay, for this purpose we must remember the radius is 30 because the diameter of the tube was 60. So 60 divided by 2 is 30. So 30, enter, and I got the hole down there. Now for some of us, you know it's a true hole. Now the thickness of this material is 12. So you bring down 12. It become a true hole. However, if yours is a partial hole, what you can do is that you bring it half. So half of 12 is 6. So bring down 6, enter. And it's nicely done for you already. Okay, now for some of you, you have actually created shapes. This is where it will be good for you to look at the shapes and the product, how you draw out. Some of it is organic, some of it is rather simple, we just cut here and there. So for this purpose, for this illustration, the main idea is just to make it a simple base. So one way I will normally do is that I look at it from the top view. I will round off the edges, just to make sure that I do it nicely. What I normally did was to give measurements. Okay, I use the measuring tape a fair bit, so maybe a 10 here and a 10 here, then 10 from the top and 10 from the bottom. Okay, and then I make use of this arc, okay, to point out. So I click, and I have a nice arc down there. Now this is where I will use the push and pull function to bring down the area. Okay, some of us, we know the height, so you can actually bring down a bit and press enter 12. This one here, bring down 12, enter. We can use the x-ray vision here. Okay, so let me redo again. I use the x-ray function and I want to push and pull down, so I can bring it down. You can see, right? But we make sure it's done properly. Yeah, and then you can turn off the x-ray function. So it's nicely curved here. Now for some of us, we have different shapes. So this is where you can continue by either using lines or using curve. If you can't replicate exactly what you have done on your actual piece, not to worry. Just do the closest thing that you can. We're not marking in terms of accuracy, we're marking in terms of your skills, your imaginations, your creativity. Okay? Okay, give it a shot. Once you're done, you make sure you click on the outside and it's already done there. Now if the lines is very disturbing, what you can do is go to edit and delete guides, and the lines all disappear. So you have done your base. Okay, some students like to proceed with the making changes. So what you can do, you can look at the paint box, look for material. Now it's a type of wood, so you can actually select the piece of wood. So maybe I will choose the base is dark red, right? So it's dark red Meranti, so I will use this one, so it'll be of this color, this shape. If I want to edit further, remember, click on it, right click, edit component, make the changes on it, and then I will work it out. So once again, maybe I want to make it into a shape of a cut it out even more, so I will use my measuring tape, maybe 50, make another hole perhaps. So I work out with my base, I play around with the lines and all, and I delete guides so that I have a clean look to it. Okay, now if you're done with this, proceed with the top, how you cut it out. You don't worry about making it vertical or shifting it or rotating it. Let's work it out as it is, and come up with the shape. So remember, click on it, right click, edit component, cut out the shapes that it's supposed to look like. So for example, okay, plan view, this one you're looking at, use the pen, use the hand. Okay, come up with the shapes that you like or you have done. So for some of you, you actually did a circle, quite a big circle. So circle is always good to find the center. So let's find the center here, 50. Find the center here, 50. I come up with a curve. Okay, so maybe 1 point, this point, and I click here. Then perhaps I will make something like a cone like that. Okay, some of the students have very interesting shapes, so, and I want to remove, so let's remove the others that I don't want. So 12, push and pull function. Okay, if I can't see that well, why do I use x-ray function? Bring down 12, enter. Okay, if things doesn't go the way that you want, you just want to undo, click on Ctrl Z. Okay, it's another way of doing control undo function. And I'm done. Okay, click off. Then if you want to add colors to it, so again, edit component. So I use a lighter piece of wood, so I'll use this one. Now if you click on this, it's actually faster to use this way. Okay, so that if I rotate it around, everything is of the same shape. So let's remove the guidelines, delete guides, isometric view, some extent, and I have all the material. Okay, let's change the color of this tube now. Now the tube is clear, so what you can do, you can go to glass and mirrors. There are a few types, so you can click on this. It can be that color if you want a different color blue. Unfortunately, we do not have it in clear crystal white. Okay, we have this one here, but it doesn't come out nice. So usually we will pick either the blue or the yellow, and you're done. So you currently have these three materials first. Okay, now your task now is to edit it accordingly, add colors, do the shapes that you are doing to your project, and work it out. Okay, give it a shot.